Time is money, friend. What's up, everybody? PC Monk here. In today's video, we want to talk about yesterday's move on the Bitcoin and some, surprisingly bullish stuff. Now, you wonder why? I'm just going to jump right into it. So, right now, if you guys take a look at these two red trend line, we are doing a rising wedge. No question asked, okay? But what is interesting to me on the CPI, we made a couple of sweeps, couple of moves. We don't want to talk about that, but I want to talk about this. Um, so essentially on this big picture that I have, okay, if I just remove everything, let me just remove the smart money concept for now and put the trend lines back on. Okay, so we could see from here, right, from here. So we made kind of one top, two top, three top, four tops, right? So it gets denied every time, but the key here is, if you take a look at it, after we made one bottom, two bottom, okay, the third one didn't hold, and we went and grabbed the liquidity, so we made a lower low. After that, we come back up, we broke this structure, and this is essentially smart money concept. Let's see if it shows itself. So right here, yeah. So when we came back up, this structure, right, was broken. And when we went higher, it shows right here. So when we went higher, we actually changed the character. So right here is still bearish, right? Because of this wick, it's bearish. But when we, went through this wick, when we went higher, then we changed the character into bullish. Now, after that, we came back down and we made it. So right here, we made a higher high. Right here, we made a higher low. We didn't come back here. And right now, you could say it's doing a parallel channel, but let me just draw it for you. So here's your parallel channel if you think it's doing one, but I don't think so. I think it's doing a rising wedge. So do you see this is kind of invalid. We didn't hit here at all. And at the bottom, we hold it a little bit above it. So I'm gonna remove this and stick to my rising wedge. As you guys could see, this red line and this red line. Okay. So rising wedges, they usually indicates a dump. Okay, especially right now we're holding here, so it's a little bit close to the support area. We could essentially dump and come back down and uh, grab the liquidity around here. Just a wick. We don't want to close here. We don't want a 4-hour close or a 8-hour close. No hard close. Okay, so just a wick and then come back up. That's possible. That's one possibility if this rising wedge is about to play out. And keep in mind, even if we come down here and grab all this liquidity, fill this fair value gap, it could also be still bullish, because if we hold around here, which is 25.137, or anywhere around this area before we hit this low, that would be bullish because we still made a higher low, right? And we right here, okay, so you could ignore this. You see, no, this is not a high, but this is definitely a high. Yeah, we got rejected off of it, but this is a high, and this is a higher high than this high, okay? But nonetheless, guys, we made a higher high. This, if we take a look at this kind of looks bullish right now, right? And with that being said, we might want to go higher. And if we want to go higher, there's going to be a lot of room to grab, a lot of things to grab. So one fundamental that I want to show you guys is tensor chart today shows where the liquidity lies. Obviously, what I'm looking at most of the time is the order book, okay? But right here is worth looking at it, that around 25.7 and 25.6. 25.6, this was looking at like a spoof, I would say. So whoever had its order right here, as you guys could see, here was yellow, here was not that much yellow. It moved it higher, it moved it here, okay? So if you see bright yellow, that means bigger, uh, bigger chunk of liquidity lying around here or orders. And at the same time, around 26.8, we have a chunk of liquidity around there, right? We don't know if it's a spoof or not, but as we know right now, that's where the money lies. So if we want to come down to 25.6, we essentially could hold this, or we could come a little bit lower to do this. But like I said, this rising wedge has a room to come all the way down to here. So either here or here. All right, so that's for the retracement, right? Now, when I talk about retracement, I obviously would like to talk about RSI as well. So RSI on the 1 hour right now, it's kind of giving us, yeah, it's giving us a hidden bullish signal. These are like bullish, and since we were going up a little bit, this shows a continuation. Okay, but keep in mind, uh, if we are in a downtrend, these hidden, doesn't matter if it's bullish or a bearish, they could just be ignored. Okay, now on the 3 hour, however, we are getting a sell signal, as you guys remember, these kind of thing. So right now, I think this is gonna be one of those triple tops. So something like, something like this, and then we go down. So this is the higher one, this is the lower one, and then we're going to get one essentially equal to this or a little bit higher. Okay, now with that being said, this is the 3 hour. Now let me take a look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour essentially is giving us another sell signal, but still we have a little bit more room to go. Right now there's 3 more hours to this to be completed. So we essentially, like these rising wedges, they have been known for a wick to the upside and then completely retracing it. Okay, and we've seen that before too. So it could be a possibility that before we come down, right, we go a little bit higher. And my 2 cents is it's either 26.9 around here, and then we come lower. Okay, and after that, we essentially come back to our rising wedge. And after that, we start to go lower, 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 and lower. We essentially, first grab this and then go lower if the rising wedge is about to happen. But the thing is, like I said before, all right, this area right now, this, well, we have this range, and then after that we broke it to the upside. We have this bullish scenario right here. It's not scenario, but this bullish move right here. So we have to see if this will end up as a bullish move, and we could essentially come around here, hold it till the market open, New York market's open. And keep in mind, guys, today we do have core PPI, or like PPI, and unemployment claims. Maybe PPI is not as much as unemployment claims, a volatile, uh, stats, but unemployment claims usually make a little bit difference in the stock market. Now, yesterday's stock market was, kind of doing its own thing in a downward parallel channel. I would call it, it kind of looks like a bird flag, I'm sorry, a bull flag, if you take it from here. If this is the, this, whatever you want to say, the body of the flag. Okay, and this is the flag. So today maybe we're gonna do this. But nonetheless, if you take a look at the 4 hour, we did kinda uh, made the same stuff that we made on a Bitcoin. Lower low, I'm sorry, a lower high followed by a higher high, or vice versa, a higher high followed by higher low, sorry. So the higher high right now, as you guys could see, happened where, right, if I'm right, let me just, so on Tuesday we made a higher high right here. Okay, and yesterday we made a lower high, higher low. Jesus, I just keep mistaking these. A higher low right here, from this. And then we made another one right here, holding this low. So essentially, we could see a little bit of move to the upside following today on the stock market, and well, Bitcoin will follow that too. And that would be it, guys. Very simple, right? So I'm just sticking to these plans that I told you guys. If this rising wedge is about to play out, we definitely gonna see a move to the downside. We're gonna see if we're gonna see a lower low than this low. We're gonna hold it here, or we're gonna come back down here, but then make a wick, make just a liquidity grab and come back all the way to our rising wedge. So if we come back from the bottom to our rising wedge, that's bullish. If we go around 27K or even 26.8 and come back down into the rising wedge, that's bearish. Now we gotta see how this plays out. But um, like I said, it's right now you can't tell which way it's gonna go, but the rising wedge looks very promising, especially with the 4-hour RSI. It's giving me that vibe that it's gonna come down and grab some liquidity to the downside, but we'll have to see. Um, and I don't have any position open, but I'm thinking of opening a short position as I'm speaking to you guys. Now I'm trying to show you guys the Dixie. So Dixie yesterday, right here, we've talked about it. It's gonna touch this area. It did touch this area yesterday on, when the stuff came out, as you guys could see. Uh, but then it got rejected, and right now it's kind of going lower. So if this is about to go lower and lower and lower, if this is about to go lower and lower and lower, I think this would mark it, and I don't think we're gonna, push it high to retest it. We're just gonna go low. And right now, I think Bitcoin is kind of dumping. Let's jump into it and let's see. Yep. So on the lower time frame, it's kind of making its move to the downside. Kind of looks good for a short, not gonna lie. Being said, right now, we could see that Bitcoin is right now playing a move or making a move. We'll see what happens, guys. I'm gonna just stop the video, upload it, and hopefully we'll get a move to a side. But if I want to say, I don't know why I'm lagging right now. Just remove the 10-step chart. But if I want to say that where we're gonna stop for today, I would say if we're going down, I would take a look at probably around 20. I don't know, just break the low, just break this low. If we're about to go lower, just break this 24.8. If we're about to go higher, probably 27.3. That would be it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Please support me by like, subscribe, thumbs up, and everything else. You don't have to do it, but it just motivates me. Thank you guys again. And did I talk about the fib levels? I did not. Well, last but not least, let's talk about the fib levels and then call it the day. So right now, guys, I'm kind of in a couple of positions, not Bitcoin, but a couple of other positions I have to like monitor. All right, so Bitcoin on the 1 hour, where is our fib level? Right there. Okay, so may I just remove this? So what happened, essentially, um, well, this time we did hit this area, like to the teeth. We hit it 818, as you guys could see. Oh, one thing, guys, I forgot to mention. Yesterday, I drew a fib level that was wrong because I was talking about retracement, and my fib level was not a retracement, was just a simple Fibonacci levels. Okay, so that was wrong. And if I wanted to have a retracement, like I was talking about, we had to make an adjustment, right? But nonetheless, just to let you guys know that that was wrong, I'm going to remove this fib level and I'm going to try it again. Okay, so I'm talking about this. I want to see the retracement from the top to the bottom. So 0 should be bottom, 1 should be top, and then from 1 to 0 is the retracement, right? So something like this. There we go. Something like this. So now we could see the levels and we could see what's happening on the levels. Okay. So if we're here, if right now we're here, so there's a couple of possible scenarios. The first one is first we have to usually hit this 9 to 6 level before any dump. But we could say we did hit it at this, a little bit of uh, debate here, but if this is the valid one, I think right now we're gonna come at least the golden pocket and then come back to 818. I'm talking about lower time frames, okay? So something essentially, if this rising wedge is about to play out, we could see something like this and then this, or we could just see something like this. That's possible too. Like I said, to the levels that I've talked about. So on the fib levels, we're looking at 0.0725. We're looking at this level, which is 25K. I've said 25.1, but we could say 25 to 25.1. That would be the area again. All right, and to the upside, like I said, we could see a scenario to this area or this area, these two fib levels. And that would be it. Again, thank you guys for watching and stay safe, stay green. Until next time, peace out.